Aces got cracked and the jacks ain't falling. But I'm calling and be raising, cause I'm balling and I'm all in. Just caught another flop. Stack chips, I'm on the guap. Going for the gusto, cause what's in the pot will get a drop. Baby, get that cash from me. Lady Luck, get in the car. Threw another stack of chips, the dealer turned another card. He wonder what I'm holding, cause the pot is getting swollen. But I'm betting, and he's sweating. I could tell that I'm a folding. Got aces, not a racist, but I need another black card. I catch another spade, to be 2 coops in the backyard. I'ma check, cause he bet, I'm aware, then I raise it, go all in. He only got a pocket pair, let these kings do their thing. 3 of a kind is thorough. Now you broker as I fold my poker joker apparel. Check chips, fresh whips, and a house full of bras. And the only thing I'm slanging is a handful of cards. We at the poker house of Dallas, going runner, flush. Going runner, flush, that's us. We at the poker house of Dallas, going runner, flush. We going runner, flush, that's us.
Turn it down. What's up, everybody? It's the Runner Flush podcast, episode 43. What's up, fellas? T Mills, Lil Dog.
You know what it is. Big Dick, Big Dog, back at it again, episode 43.
Yep.
What up, T Mills, a.k.a. Baller, as you may know me at the Poker House or the other club. What up, world?
What's up, man? It's your boy Dave Wonder. We in the building. Sin didn't make it with us today. We'll see him next episode. Man, so how y'all week been going?
Ho. You ain't got no famous 43s?
Oh, famous 43s. Dang, my bad. Darren Sproles is the first one to come to my mind.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott, you know what I'm saying?
Ronnie Lott was not 43. Nigga,
man.
you just making up shit.
Back in college, he was 43.
College,
Man, it wasn't
man,
43, man.
But never 43. What is Ronnie Lott? Ronnie Lott was 42. Yeah. We should
Troy
talk-
Polamalu,
Oh yeah, Troy Polamalu. Yeah, that might be the most famous 43.
Kendrick Perkins. Shout out
Shout out
Kendrick Perkins,
Big
South
Burke.
Sports Center.
Brian Urlacher in high school.
Man, shut up.
High school numbers, man.
Hey, ain't no really perk my basketball 43s. That's
That's an odd number.
yeah. Ain't nobody really.
He was kind of odd, you know. I mean, what Kendrick Perkins is doing now with his announcing is amazing because I didn't think this was capable of doing that. But
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins doing a good job in the booth doing the sports
I like
analyst.
perk. Yeah, I like perk. Yeah, so man, so how y'all week been going, bro?
It's going good. I think I didn't play too much, broke even for what I did play.
Is that your goal every week, just to break even?
Nah, I played in the tournament, lost, got my money back in the cash game.
Hey, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Like, what is your occupation? Because it ain't poker. So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's a
what
good
is
question.
it?
What is it?
Hey,
What is
man,
You're an
How
entrepreneur?
do you-
I think you're an
How do
entrepreneur.
you get money?
I just try to be an honest guy. That's all.
Honest Tom.
Danielle selling dope.
Nah, I don't even know what dope look like.
Oh, my God.
Man, my week, man, I'm trying to scratch back, bro. I done dug myself a hole, so I'm just trying to scratch back. I'm about to make some changes in my career, in my poker career. I'm about to go do something else. I'm still gonna be hosting, but I'm gonna be hit and run hosting.
That's how you supposed to be. Put the money in your pocket, hit and run.
Making moves.
Yeah, making moves. So I'm about to change.
Like you say,
some shit up.
some of these people ain't here to play cards. They just here to make money.
That's
I'm
true.
about to working on another podcast. I'm gonna start Run Flush just went commercial. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm corporate on this side, so I gotta do one for the streets. You
the
know what I'm
street,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I got a podcast coming for the streets pretty soon.
And we still got that six episode special coming
Yeah,
out
about the bird-
about
about the
the whole
bird
bird
situation.
situation.
Yeah,
Start
yeah.
to beginning, end
yeah,
to
we gonna
end.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely gonna do
Man,
that.
you don't even know enough information about the man.
That's why I got my man right here that we're gonna interview people.
Y'all gonna dig it up?
Yeah, we gonna
Yeah.
get into it.
It's
bro.
gonna be like a whole Dateline podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we go shop at the Dateline. They might pick it
Y'all
up.
find that interesting, don't y'all?
I mean,
Boy.
it made it to TMZ.
No, he made it.
Once
he
it made it to
everywhere.
TMZ and people.com,
Everywhere.
I figured, okay, since we were kind of close to it, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I figured, shit, why not us to talk about it?
I feel
He
you.
probably my favorite person in this whole underground poker world. Just because ain't nobody messing
You got a
with him.
dark side, man.
Yeah,
You
man,
kinda
that's
scary, man.
he's
You
definitely
gotta
not my
scare,
favorite person.
man. Favorite
I
person.
mean,
Yeah,
Me and
ain't
him
nobody
were-
messing with him, fool.
Me
He
and
had
him were
these persons
cordial.
scared.
Me and him were cordial, but I can't say he was my favorite
People were
person.
scared though. I
Man, the
want people
man,
to fear me.
man, I'm not.
Man killed somebody, bro.
Not that
come
part.
on, bro.
Not that part.
What
Well,
you
then you
mean?
can't
That's
say
the
your
part-
favorite person.
yeah.
That's part of who he is.
Not that
Yeah.
part, fool. Not that
Come on,
part.
not that part.
Rest in peace to the victim.
To the victim.
Yeah, to the
yes.
victim. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
part where he had y'all scared. You know what I'm
He
saying?
didn't
That
have
part.
anybody scared.
It was some
Yeah.
scared people out there
what of what?
of him.
I mean,
I
for
was like,
what?
yo, man, let's do
I
an
agree
interview.
with you.
They
There
were like,
was
let's do an
people that was
interview.
scared.
Say, man, I can't. Nah, he's still around, fool. What?
Boy, you crazy.
Now, my week. Let me talk about my week a little bit, man.
Yeah, we know
Okay,
how much
let's
you
go.
lose this week.
Hey, watch yourself.
Watch yourself.
yourself.
2 bands,
man.
3 bands, 50 bands.
I had a good week. You know what I'm saying? Then I made it. I went down the wrong road. I jumped on the table where it doesn't take a lot of thinking, which is the bomb pot table.
Oh yeah, that's always a bad move.
So I jumped on the
got
bomb
me
pot
back.
table.
They
and
got
it-
me back. Shout out to the
just
bomb
like
pot.
the bomb pots, just like the name of it, it blew me up. So I went right on down that old path, got stuck, trying to dig my way out. Then after that, it just seemed like one thing just led to another bad hand. I flop a set and turn the nut flush, and they end up with a 1 out straight. Stuff like that just start happening. This was just a couple of days ago. So my week started off strong and ended pretty bad. But last night I got back on my winning ways because I am a winning player. I am a professional.
Yeah, I booked a small win last night. I actually got put into a game and booked a $250 win, and it felt like I won $250,000. I was so happy that that 125 that went in my pocket was just the best 125. Like, bro, when you on a losing streak and you book any kind, like the losing streak I was on, like the bad run I was on, you book any kind of win, like that shit just make me feel like I don't even think about, like me personally, I don't even think about all the losses I took. It's just like, man, okay, just let me book this win. And the table I was at was crazy. It was more money to be weighed, but I just looked, I was like, man, I'm up.
Yeah.
I've been playing for 5-6 hours. Let's book this win.
What do
know
you
what I'm saying?
What do you do when you go on like a long losing streak? Do you have a routine? Do you shut down? Do you not talk to
so-
people? Do you not communicate?
So it always starts, like you say, it
And you
starts.
lose all the time, so your routine is the same. But okay,
First of all, it's been a minute since I lost in Congress. Now, I will say Hold'em, Omaha High, things like that, I could see people losing. But in Congress, when it's high-low, I find it, if you play the right way over a few hours, I don't think you're going to be down too much. You might be
Yes,
down.
you will be.
I'm just saying personally, the last few months.
That's because you're running good. But what about, like,
you
this
can have
time-
you can have ace deuce and get counterfeit. That's called running bad.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
Those-
you
that-
get
this
count-
hand I had at TJ and them game on Wednesday, I flopped the nut flush. Well, not the nut. What we would think is the nut. It was 6. It was 4, 5, 7 clubs on the board. I got ace deuce of clubs. So in my mind, I got nut. You know what I'm saying? We get it all in. Well, somebody got a straight flush, so I don't have the what you call the nut flush. I don't have the nuts from that point of view. Okay, so I'm thinking, well, I'm still gonna get half the pot at least. It sucks I'm not gonna get the whole pot. And what comes on the turn? A motherfucking ace. Counterfeits my low. So I get scooped. That can happen to you
That
multiple times over a session.
That happens a lot, but I've been playing where I want 3 cards under 5, so I got to redraw
Man,
that
it
way.
don't
I don't
matter.
get
You just
counterfeit.
been running good. You just ain't had a bad run. That's all.
we talking about the times when you run bad. We're not talking about this week, but I'm saying in the past when you run bad, if you had 2 or 3 bad losing sessions in a row, what do you do to change, or what do you have a routine? Do you have something you do to snap out of it?
I
What do you
don't,
do?
bro. Like, it started, I think I was on a good run, then I came to y'all game. No, I went to the car house, and I lost 1,500. And then I came to y'all game and lost 900. And then I went to Empire and I lost 400. So, like, that day, so after that day, I was like, man, I got to get my money back. I got to get my money. Instead of just chilling out and just grinding, just going and having a good session, trying to book a win, I went to the next session thinking about the previous day. So now I'm playing
hands you wouldn't normally play.
Yeah, I'm just playing bad, trying to get money back. And then I lose again. Now I'm playing even worse.
Because you watch all the other people play bad and it's paying off. So you're like, well, I'm gonna have to start. You start loosening up some.
Yeah, that plays a part into it. And so then I just got so deep. I went to Oak Cliff and lost 5,000. You know what I'm saying? And so then from that point, it just went.
Like it went haywire. Say, somebody get this man.
And now, so then I was like, man,
he gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, crying in the car for real. And so then it just came to a point like, man, you know what? I'm just finna grind. I'm finna go back to the old school. I'm finna free roll. Hey, put me in the game. You know what I'm saying?
So do you stop? So when you go through bad runs like this, I'm gonna ask you too, Daniel. Even though this might not apply to you. So when you start running bad in Congress, with the hands that you typically raise with, say you wake up on a button with ace deuce or aces, just a great hand. So you stop raising. Do you play different?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In Congress,
you don't never raise anyway.
That's what I'm saying. In Congress,
chunking money out there.
When you're running good or bad, there's really no reason to raise the pot. The money's going to get in if you catch something on the flop. But you should.
It ain't about the money getting in. You want to be able to isolate and get people
and capitalize off your good hands.
Yeah, but some of these fools ain't folding, especially at these underground.
No, but that's why we're saying, like, okay, if it's 5 to come in, more than likely, if 6 people called, if you have a great hand and you make it 20, everybody's going to call that 20. You're not really going crazy. You're just making it 20 so that when you do hit your hand, the pot's out there and you can maximize some of your funds.
Yeah, exactly. But then you got a fool like me mad that you made it 20 and then I make it 40. It is.
And see, that's just now you playing stupid. What that got to do with?
But a stupid player can get you caught up.
Of course.
Okay, if you make it 40, then we just call it 40. That even makes our pot even bigger. Okay. So we hit.
But if you miss the flop, you
lost $40.
And then if somebody say
people miss the flop every day, B.
That's what I'm saying. You can miss for $5 and nothing happened, or you got a great hand.
Man,
somebody
that's such a loser mentality, bro. Like,
I've been winning. I'm telling you.
No, but you're not maximizing off of your hands. Your whole theory and your whole premise is if somebody raises me, I'm re-raising because they shouldn't have raised.
That's
kind of poker play is that?
The best offense is a great defense. You don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in nothing. Now I'll raise it just to get the money.
You don't have an offense.
What did I just say?
You said you don't have an offense. So you said the best offense is what?
It's a great defense.
Okay, you don't have that ain't defending nothing.
No, but I'm saying you're not putting yourself in bad situations.
You're putting yourself in a bad situation by just raising somebody for no reason when you don't have a decent hand.
No, when you're playing good, I'm not raising. When you're playing good, I'm not raising. When I'm playing the right way, I'm not doing no raising. But I'm saying if I raise it, I want somebody. If you make it 20, I'll make it 40. In my mind, I want somebody to just ship it.
My point is, why are you making it 40? That emphasizes how you can end up running bad. And I say that because you've ran bad at our game for a long period of time. This is over.
You know more than anybody.
Plus.
That's in the past. But lately, I don't be running bad. But I'm just sitting there saying, I'm trying to stop all the raising.
Nah, hey, it's a difference between running bad
It just
and playing bad. Me and TJ, we run bad. You just play bad. All the time. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm trying to stop the raising. So
Rebecca, you're absolutely right, man. Daniel plays too much with emotion. He doesn't play. He's not even looking at his cards at this point. At this point, he's just, you raise me, I'm raising. You sprouted, I'm raising.
Right, yeah, that's crazy.
He's throwing money out the window.
Yeah.
okay, but
anything that's a winning mentality.
No, not that.
Why you mad because somebody raised? That don't even make sense.
I'm not mad. In my mind, I'm controlling the table. So
you ain't controlling that. Like
this is my
somebody
theory.
raised. Somebody raised 20. No, somebody raised 20. He made it 40, and then Sin went all in. We get it all in.
Yeah,
and he lose.
I didn't lose.
That was a hand. That was hand at the room.
Me and Sin chopped it.
Yeah, they got me, and I got the best hand.
He
pre-flop.
put everybody in a bad spot. He wants to.
Okay, now exactly after that happened, are you gonna continue to keep raising all night?
I never raised.
Somebody raised.
I raised. Yeah, I raised it initially.
Okay,
and then y'all two with very bad hands getting in very bad.
Sin was in there horrible. Sin
Yeah,
had 3 sevens in his hand.
But the point is, you doing that one time. That's if I'm a Congress player and I'm playing. I'm not changing the way I'm going to play
I'm
the
doing
hand.
it every time.
I want y'all to do with my hand versus y'all hand. I want y'all to do that every time. and y'all gonna be going home with a broke ass.
Yeah,
Scratching a broke ass.
like it happened a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We were in the same situation, and this could help us get into our next topic, where that you got emotional, and because I raised on the button, you had to re-raise. We ended up shoving it all in, and it cost you $1,300.
Okay, it happens. I probably gonna lose $1,300 anyway.
No, you weren't. You didn't have that type of hand to be in there.
You got mad because you felt he was your friend.
Nah, I
He
didn't get
shouldn't
back.
have did that.
I will get him back, but I.
That brings us
He
to the
should've did that.
topic.
I'm gonna get him back.
Friends on the field. Do we believe in friends on the field?
Should we check it down?
Should we check it down?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it down. I mean, my friends on the field all the time.
I mean,
but after I get my 900 back,
it's situational for me. Like, it depends on the game. If it's like a game like an underground game, we just trying to help get the game started. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to get the game started. Then it ain't a whole bunch of action. We really ain't started the game. The action ain't really picked up. I'm not gonna play a big hand with, you know what I'm saying, my boy. We just sitting there just trying to get the game started.
Gotcha.
That's just me.
No, that makes sense.
If we in a real game and it's action, everybody gambling, no friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at the card house, poker house, no friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing my hand, and you should play yours accordingly. You know,
Little dog, what you think, man?
I'm not playing against friends. There ain't enough money out there. Now, if there's a big pot, I might make it like $50. Hey man, get out of here. This my pot. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But I'm not potting against no friends, nothing like that.
Now, I come from a different theory, a different premise. I'm gonna play how I'm gonna play. I want you to play me like I'm gonna play you. I want us to play to win. I don't kind of like to look up and you didn't make eye contact with me or a little nod or this and that. I don't. Hey, try to felt me because I'm gonna try to felt you. And I'm just like JJ. Me and JJ, you know, we're really good friends. And he always talks to us about other people. Nah, don't check it down. Don't do that. And I'm like that either. Don't check it down. Play your hand. Get me out. Move me out the way. I'm gonna do the same thing. Danielle, I'm not giving you a rebate. Don't ask.
I didn't ask for a rebate.
I'm just talking about
I
it
ain't
in general.
asked for a rebate.
Don't
I'm gonna lose it at trade.
Hey, I don't, because what happens is, especially in this business that we're in now, you're gonna have a lot of friends that you play with a lot. Majority of people are gonna be. You're not gonna have a lot of enemies at the time. You're gonna have majority friends. So how are you gonna play poker if you can't capitalize or maximize your winning hand if you're also checking it down with your friends all the time?
I think what they mean, like, friends, they mean like people, like you have certain cliques, you know, people who run with each other, you know. I think that's more like you and Danielle, you know what I'm saying, versus you
Pot.
and
Now I might not.
anybody else.
I might not put you all in or something when I know I have the nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw a little 50 or 75 out there to let you know, hey, I'm playing poker.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I might not just go for the jugular. Now, if it's somebody else in the pot, then you know. But I might not go for the jugular. But if I got the nuts, I got to bet something. I'm not checking the nuts down. I got to bet something on it.
Danielle is notorious for wanting to check it down and try to act before you to let you know that I'm going to check it down. And I'm like, hey man, it's not on you. It's not on you.
I'm not. I'm here to play cards, have fun. I ain't here
It's
for the
different
money.
for you. Because you don't do this for a living. This is how you do something else. You sell dope for a living. So
I don't sell.
so you sell dope.
Hey, please do not have no fans out here watching me for nothing. I don't do no
Now,
dope.
see, you
dope.
contradict yourself.
What? I never contradict.
You just
first of all,
said.
when do I contradict myself?
Because
I
you
never
just
contradict
said
myself.
you're just out here to have fun, and you're not. I'm not trying to filter you. Then why are you going to re-raise somebody?
Right, so why you play with so much
So we
emotion?
can. So I don't play with emotion. I play
do.
strategically.
That's not strategy.
I'm here to have fun. We're here to play $5 flops. If you raise it, put it in because I'm here to have fun. If you're not here to have fun, then put it all in.
Is that the same mentality you had when you play Hold'em? We're just here to see $5 flops. Or if I got
Hold'em
aces,
is totally different.
Why is it?
Because you might not get half the pot. Somebody's getting the whole pot.
You might not get half the pot in Congress either. Then
You might not. But if I put it in, I got a chance to get half.
okay. You
of it.
just all you did was put a hit on yourself. So now every time you in a hand, somebody gonna raise on purpose just to get you trapped in there.
I bet you they stop before I do. If you lose 3-4 straight $500 pops, I bet you stop before I do.
Yeah, your cash app been maxed out so many times, boy. Here you go threatening people like.
Hey, I bet you stop before I do.
Bad poker does not,
Yes,
does not win.
Hey,
But
speaking
my
of
money
cash-
up right now, selling dope,
Speaking of
moving
cash
big
app,
keys.
the underground world gonna
Shout out
change.
Poker House.
Underground won't go change in January 2022.
You mean 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah, because you know, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pay, they gonna start reporting to the IRS.
Oh, that's the, I heard
I
somebody.
think anything over $600.
Anything
That's
over
just
$600.
That's
So guess
one
who's
cash.
not? So guess who's not taking any of that form of payment anymore?
Well, I didn't
Is
know.
it Venmo too?
All of them.
But it's not. But if you purchase it, but on Venmo you can purchase items though. You know what I'm saying? You can they use
Yeah.
the transaction for if you maybe buy something from Marketplace. Or something
I
like
was just
that.
wondering if like the game runs out there, they still gonna take those payments.
They're gonna have ATMs.
Because if you take a certain amount of payment, it make it look like you made
Yeah.
that money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you-
saying?
Send it out, send it back. Yeah. Sure do.
So
So I wonder, are they gonna send like a statement? Because if you get it in and send it back out, I wonder is it gonna be like a statement? You know,
Probably.
Or they gonna just show like whatever you.
we got to look into that. That'd be weird because they considering that income because if you-
Yeah.
So if I sell you something and you pay me through that method,
That's income.
That's
That's
income.
income. Yeah. Yep.
So people gonna be getting taxed on 60,000 they done loaned out.
They're gonna send you $50 at a time, so they don't have to.
No, I think it's anything over 600 total. Not at a time, 600 total.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
man.
600. So once you go over 600 for the year, they reporting all of it to the IRS.
Wow, it's gonna be a lot of cash transactions now. Man.
Yeah, the
fools ain't
the
got
ATM
cash.
machines they used to have in the rooms back, they about to get back in the room because they, you know, those went away once the, you know, the Cash App and all that became popular. The ATM machines kind of.
I'm just curious how that police because I know with Venmo sometimes I pay my AT&T bill through the Venmo, so I just send whatever the number is.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how things operate because I know one thing for sure when you go into many of the legal rooms nowadays, it's people running around the room looking for you got
That's what I'm
Cash
saying.
App,
Yeah,
you
that's
got
what
Venmo,
I'm
you got
saying.
Cash App, you got Venmo.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's like you ain't gonna even do that no more. Like, nah, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You had to bring your own cash.
yeah, like, nah, I ain't got to go to the ATM because, like, be like, hey man, you got some cash? I'm gonna send you. You got $1,000 in cash? I'm gonna send you.
I know I do it sometimes too.
Yeah.
Because I've handed it out to everybody, so now I'm like,
Yeah.
well, now I don't have
Now,
no money.
yeah, right? But now you gonna get taxed on that money.
Yeah.
that you just sent. You didn't make no money. You just transferred. You know, you just transferred cash for electronic.
That's gonna be interesting. I know Mike from the Poker House had said at one point in time. I don't know if they're still gonna do that. That they were gonna actually have a Cash App machine over there, kind of like by the ATM, where you can, if you have Cash App, that you can transfer money to get out to play.
Yeah, now that would be better than, you know, especially if they doing that.
Well, if they're doing that, it's gonna be a lot of people don't have to worry about no Cash App no more. They're gonna set that right on down. I mean, I guess apparently what they're doing now is not working because if you get to 2,500, or if they see there's a lot of transactions, they shut you down anyway. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see how that happens.
Yeah, I stopped doing it a few months back. I was in Houston, and I know somebody came like, "Hey man, anybody got some cash? I Cash App you." It was like $150 or something.
That's how I crack it. Hey man,
Then-
I got some.
Yeah, then I get
Cash App on
home,
you.
and they reversed the transaction.
Yeah,
over
see,
$150.
I don't do it with strangers, bro. Like if I don't know you, I ain't like nah. Like I gotta know you. Like I gotta damn near, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have some kind of like y'all, you know, people you mess with, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
on a daily basis, I do it, but just some random like, hey man, you know, some dude I just met. Nah, I can't do it, fam, because you could reverse that transaction.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know?
Then I had to call. I had to email them or call them or something. And I was like, "Hey man, nah, this is legit."
Yeah, Cash App the worst, bro. Like when they reverse you, it's so hard getting that money back, dude.
Yeah, because as you can't even talk to somebody, you got to email somebody.
You got to
and-
email somebody, then you got to go through this, and then a lot of times they take it from your bank. So like, say somebody do a reverse on Cash App, whatever bank card is connected to or whatever bank, they'll take it straight from the bank. They won't even, if you don't have no money in Cash App, they'll take it from that bank. So now you got to call your bank, and then your bank got to do an investigation.
So will everybody just okay? So how does that apply to Zelle?
Zelle can't nothing happen once they
See,
send it.
I've never had anybody reverse on Zelle.
Well,
Yeah, you can't on Zelle.
Well, I'm just saying with the new rules that's coming,
It's the same thing, Zelle.
Oh,
Yeah.
transferring money on Zelle is
Yeah,
going to
so
be.
any kind of electronic payment, Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App, Venmo,
We got to
PayPal.
dig into that, y'all. People digging into that for us.
Anything
That's
over
just
600.
interesting.
If you go over 600 for the year, they reporting it to the IRS. Now, what they said, I think I could be wrong. I think I read that they were saying that the IRS is not going to use that. It's not going to be considered income.
Because see what I'm saying, like family and friends, you got a daughter in school, somebody in
Yeah.
school, and you transferring some money to them. That's what it's gonna make. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they can police that as far as
I don't
income.
think it's going to be considered income, but they are reporting it, and they IRS going to use it for something.
So they're gonna figure out something.
They're going
Okay.
to figure out if it's income or not.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you go to the casino, and I think it might be similar to this. When you go to the casino, if you cash out over
3,000.
whatever the number is,
Yeah.
they make you sign a sheet for the IRS.
Yeah.
I don't think the IRS use that as income, but
Gotcha.
they show that you received that money.
Those of y'all filing taxes, don't worry about it. Y'all continue not filing taxes. So I want to apply to y'all. Y'all keep trying to beat the system. Hey man, one thing we were talking about was like, do we have a routine or something when we start losing, or have a losing streak or something? I know for me, if I hit a losing streak, I kind of shut down. I don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
I just stay at the crib. Don't call me. I don't want to. I mean, it just kind of for like a day or two. I'm just like, man, I'm out of it. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna just stay at the crib, chill, and then try to get my spirits back up. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? We all different. Danielle was just, you happy go lucky. He don't care. A losing day is just another day for him.
Hey,
Man, I've been doing this shit for so long. I think I'm just immune to it. So I've learned to separate the poker world versus the personal world. So if I'm losing the poker world, once I get in my personal side, they don't really know what's going on. It don't really.
Yeah,
bother me,
you're-
affect me like
I
that.
went into life, baby. You know what I'm saying? What's poker? It's just a game, baby. I'm
It's
gonna
just
beat y'all. I'm gonna beat y'all over the long run. I'm beat you, but I'm winning in
that's
life,
what
so
I
it ain't no.
Hey
trip
man, and you need to start bringing some cash because you taking all my cash. Speaking of Cash App, he wanted to take all my cash because he keep getting felted and let me get $5.
But do
let
I?
me get
But
$4.
do I send you cash? Do I send you the money? I ain't out here roaching.
I know you do.
I see you the money.
You do
Okay,
send
so
the money.
Rebecca say the electronic is only going to be looked at for business accounts. So personal accounts should be
Still good?
Still good.
So anybody
Yeah.
has an account labeled as a business
It's the
account.
fools
then.
got 20,000 in personal accounts over the year. So this is business. What kind of business you in?
Yeah, you so moving a lot of personal money around, fam. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, you sure right about that, man. Y'all,
Yeah. So but I just I just keep it separate. Keep keep my poker world, and but like I don't know, man. I just got to get out this jam. I'm about to start a new game too.
oh, what's up?
Brand
What's the new game you got
Big
going
Dave
on?
Deluxe.
The Big Dave Deluxe. You talking
Yeah,
about a big like a Monopoly game or something? You
Nah,
talking
it's a
about
poker game. I'm about to start.
sound like a
new game.
pizza.
Like, Big Dave Deluxe. Remember, it was a burger back in the day.
It was?
Wendy's, yeah. Big Dave
Got me
Deluxe.
hungry right now.
Yeah, remember that shit?
yeah.
The Big Dave Deluxe game. It's
You
gonna
said-
be a while before I get off the ground. I'm modeling. I'm finna.
You say it's gonna be like a room, or it's gonna be like an actual like whole?
no, it's
Congress
gonna be
game?
like a game,
Okay.
not a room, but like a game. I'm gonna try to play it at the poker house, and you know what I'm saying. Just
Okay.
like kind of like fake Doc.
Yeah, Doc got
what's that game?
Crackle. He give you.
No, it's still poker.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's still poker. It's just don't you know how? Okay, so
Well, what is it?
when we first started playing Underground, it was like 1-2-5, one hand of PLO, like that. That's
Oh, you
all
gonna
it
do
is.
the ante?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do $1 blinds or $1, $2. Everybody at the table puts in $2 ante, and we're gonna play a round of each. We're gonna play around the hold'em, around the PLO high, and around the PLO high low.
Why is there a small and big blind?
Because it's a small and big blind. Like we're not getting rid of the blinds.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because some of
Like
the
we
games
said,
been antes before.
the
that.
antes are like in the tournament. The antes are in the middle, and we just gonna play
Yeah.
regular after that,
Yeah,
like a tournament.
I know what the.
So
normally
why
the-
wouldn't it be a big blind?
because the big
antes
the
usually
big
take
the
away
big blind
from the blind.
the big blind pay the antes for everybody.
Not in the tournament. Not
So
in
at
all
that point,
tournaments.
well, at the game that they used to have with the ante was that everybody would put their ante out there.
Yeah,
then
people just got forget.
then after that, if you want to come in, it's going to be you can't check.
Yeah,
it's going
that's
to cost
how-
you $5 to come in. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
no, we still playing the big blind.
Okay.
but everybody got to come out to $2 ante.
Okay.
So basically, if you playing 1-2 with 9 people at the table, and everybody calls, it's gonna be $21 in the pot for and then it's $2 to get in.
Okay, that'll be sick for
We
like
played
Omaha.
that. We played that at Choctaw. We played Hold'em. We played
okay.
$2, $5 with a $5 ante, and that was the last time I had fun playing Hold'em. That game was so fun, dog. It was ridiculous.
It's you know what the thing is though. So people like when I go to the poker house sometime and they do a great job. Got a lot of tournaments. Appreciate y'all. We'll be doing our podcast out of there from now on.
Yeah.
But what I noticed though, a lot of times people ain't receptive to change, man. Because when we introduce like, hey, let's try this, you got to get
don't want to do it.
A couple people on the bandwagon to do it. Because I know, for instance, like tackling that same subject you're talking about in underground world, they always do. Hold them with one-handed PLO,
and they stay with that,
and that's just
for
the standard.
years.
Yeah,
and that started with a game that I was. Nia started that.
Yeah,
the game I was at. He started that. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to find just a Hold'em game without having one-handed PLO.
Right.
Now, when you go to the poker house or when you go to a legal room, that's never an option. And even when you bring it up, people be like, "Well, I don't know." So how would you even introduce that?
Man, well, I'm gonna try to introduce it on the Saturday. Well, the way I'm gonna introduce it, I'm gonna try to. Well, what I ain't gonna try. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make them on one hand per round on the Hold'em. Everybody got.
Hey, shout out to the last real one, baby. You know what I'm saying?
On the Hold'em game on Saturday, I'm be like, hey. Every round, one hand per round, everybody's putting $2 in the pot.
Suge Knight of poker.
If you don't want to play it, just don't play it. But this is what we're doing.
You know what Suge turned out.
This is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna introduce it one hand, and then the one hand, and then that's why I say it's gonna be a while before I put it out there. But eventually, it's gonna be this time next year.
It should be
that
rolling
game
up,
gonna
rolling.
be a standard in the room.
I got you. It makes
Big
sense.
Dave
Deluxe. The Big Day Deluxe.
Big
So
Dave
it started
Deluxe.
here. What's today?
That's not
October
a pizza.
23rd.
It's not a pizza.
October 23rd, 2021. I told y'all the $2 ante game is coming to the underground, to the legal rooms, to all the Dallas rooms.
I like
That's
how
where it
Big
started.
Dog, Big Dick, Big Dave Deluxe.
Yes, I was about to sit there and say it sound like it should be called Big Dick, Big Dog game. You know what I'm saying? I said, you go put the
But it's
$2
gonna be-
out there.
Yeah, but it's gonna be action. You know what I'm saying? So it gets and like all them Hold'em nits. I'm trying to get rid of all the I'm trying to get poker being fun. You know what I'm saying? Hold'em is to me is the least fun of the.
Well, I tried to make it
games.
fun the other day. They showed me how fun it was. When they kept popping my top. I kept
I
losing.
mean,
I tried to loosen the table up, raise, and I wake up with a good hand, and they all call me. You know what I'm saying? So making it fun sometimes could jeopardize your funds.
I'd rather lose having fun than lose
Facts.
not having fun. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather
I mean,
lose
most of the time
in
they
a
sitting there,
fun-
nobody's talking anyway. That's the
Man.
worst table you can be at.
Yeah, I'd rather lose in a fun action game than lose in a nit just and you trying to drive the action and you like that's the worst, man.
I would say though, on like Omaha or Hold'em, especially in Hold'em, with a game like that, if you wake up with like aces or kings, it ain't like you making it 15 where you still getting a few callers. You can really make it out there to try to get the 20 or
Well, that's
if
why.
they call
That's
you.
why I've
gonna be
always.
action.
That's why I've always liked 1-3 and not 1-2. I've always liked 1-3 because it seemed like you always can. And now, if you wake up with aces, if I'm playing Hold'em, then I can make a pretty good substantial raise without everybody folding. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I think that game would be a perfect hybrid to the people who like to play big and then the smaller players. You know, I think you could get a nice little mix because the people that like to be, they'd be like, oh, it's $20 in the pot. You know what I'm saying? I could really raise. And then the people who like to play small, they like, oh, well,
It ain't break. It's not
it
enough
ain't
to
gonna break
me.
me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could come with 400-500 and try to run it up against these bigger players that's coming in. You know, and we still. So I think it's a perfect, mix. You can still play, and you only you still paying the blind, but you paying the $2 per round, but it's still like equivalent to almost playing like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. You spending like what 20. What 2 times?
It can. I can see that.
So you spend $23 a round.
Speaking of small players, Danielle, this kind of fits right up your alley. Why in the legal room? I'm just noticing that, and it's different than WinStar, and even at the Poker House of Dallas. How y'all doing? How come they don't do any short buys anymore? Why has that been? Do y'all know why that's? Why
Because you can do an add on at any time. So as long as you got a couple chips in front of you, you can always just add on for the
you
short
could do
buy.
that. You could do that at WinStar before you could add on any time, but they had short buys. You know what I'm saying? You can come in. I know on the Omaha table, you can
Well,
come in for
a
100.
lot of people just start complaining a bunch. But like, let's say you get down to $10, $15, you say your last $5. Hey man, just give me 50 more or whatever.
That's already established. We know you can add on.
I know.
Anytime.
I'm just saying
you always could add on.
You
anytime.
ask me why? Because people complain. There's always a lot of nosy Nancy's out there. No, you can't do this and rule by the books and stuff like. Hey man, let me do what I'm doing.
So you think they eliminated short buys because people complain?
Yes.
Okay, I'm asking you a real question because you're notorious for wanting a short buy.
Because people, and what happened? Every time I say, let me get a short buy, what's the first thing y'all say?
No.
Why? You
Not because-
complaining.
not 'cause-
People complaining.
That's not what we say. That's our rule. We didn't say because it's people complaining. We said you can't get a short buy.
Why?
'cause
Why
that's
is
the
it a rule?
here.
If you made it a rule, why is it a rule?
I can speak for underground game. I was asking from the legal side. Why do you think they've not allowed short buys anymore?
I'm telling you, because people just be complaining. People, somebody might have $500-$600 over here, and you're like, let me get a short buy for $50. They're like, no, he's using his. I'm risking 500 to try to win 50, and he's risking 50 to try to win 500.
Okay, so if you're going to stick with that, so at Choctaw and at WinStar, and I don't know if you've been up there lately, can you short buy?
I ain't been to WinStar in years.
I ain't been.
Okay, well then then it's hard to answer that question. If you can still short buy at WinStar and Choctaw or at any major casino, why can't you short buy at the legal rooms? Was my question. Is it any different than, or is there a standard that they're changing now? I'm just curious because a lot of people that come into the legal rooms who's never been there before, if they get filtered, I always hear them ask me, well, can I short buy? Like, no, you got to buy them for 200 or you got to buy them for 200. So I'm just curious, was that like a rule across the board?
Crazy. They don't have short buys at the poker house.
No, or the courthouse. They don't have short buys at all. Danielle's tried it multiple times.
It got shut down.
Got shut down.
Because somebody was complaining. I'm trying to keep the game going.
No, that's not why they're complaining. They're not. I'm saying they don't allow it because it doesn't allow you to have it. So there's nothing to complain about. They just say you got to come back for the max. We don't short buy here.
Yeah. What they probably just there. I'm assuming the rule like you got to buy it for 200. Okay. Once you out, the buying is still 200. That's just what they go by. But I'm assuming it's because people complain. Like it's been a few times where I just snuck on the table, or I just threw 50 out there, and people just looked and just went on about their business.
No, I get that. I mean, I don't even like it. I hate to be the, snitch when somebody tries to sneak in there. When somebody tries to sneak in there with their little 100 when the max is 200. Or if we walk on the table, because sometimes the dealers don't speak up,
Yeah,
so they try to slide in there with their little honey bun, and we got to be like, hey man, hey, we nudging each other like, man, hey, you need to add on, brother. You can't.
They
you
got
put
me
it
like
some
that at
more.
the car house. I was somebody had owed me $200, so I was playing 1-2 hold'em, and I bought in for 200. Somebody owed me 200, gave me 200 chips, so I put them on the table. He was like, "Hey, did you come from another table?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "The max is only whatever the max. I think it's what's the max? 300, 200, whatever the max
hold'em?
is." Yeah,
300.
I was like, "Bro, like,
Poker police, huh?
yeah." I'm like, "Really, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just
Poker.
I don't like the vibe at that place, man. Like, I just don't know. Like the action, I just do not like the vibe. I don't like the.
Yeah, everybody, there's different strokes for different folks. That's why I kind of at the poker house. I like to me, and I still don't understand how people who, like we said, we come from the underground side, and they talk about rake. If they're doing free Congress, free PLO at the poker house, how you're not taking advantage of that?
You know what that lets you know? Nobody gives a fuck about the rake. They just saying some shit. Nobody cares about the rake, bro. Seriously, if you're not at playing free poker, you don't care about the rate.
Because have you ever sat down and did the numbers on what you'd be paying if you paid 8 hours a day at one of the rooms, and you're paying your hourly rate? How much money on a monthly basis that is?
Like, why would you go to the car house?
I mean, that's $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
I know. I'm about to sit there and say, hey man, I hate
nobody
to see
cares
them
about
tax
the
returns.
rates, bro. Nobody. They like people complain like the grind, like the real grinders. They might care about it, but nobody else cares, dude. Like if you ain't no winning player, you shouldn't care about the rate no way. What difference do it make?
Yeah.
Like,
that money gone anyway.
Yeah, your money, and that's what you said. That's 90% of the people.
Yeah.
I would say the only time, like, I kind of think about the rake, or I heard people think about the
You
rake,
talk about the rake a lot.
is
Even
if
when we put you in, you talk about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that
That's
should be
crazy.
a no-no. Yeah, I think,
Like you
hey,
playing out the rake.
got-
You talking about the rake.
this was going on. So
almost all in. What happened? I'm supposed to have
now-
$23. Only got 19. What's going on here?
not when you winning, not when you losing, but when you right there close to even, but you still down like 120. You be like, man, if we want for the rake, I'll be even. I get up and go. You know what I'm saying? Because you try to get back even, so you just go get up out of there. You ain't trying to lose.
Man, nobody cares about this, bro. For real.
I don't ever.
They
I
use that.
I
too.
don't really try to play to get even like you. I try to play to win.
I know, but if
And I don't. Therefore, I don't count my chips. But like my head never processes. If it wasn't for the rake, I'd be even. I mean, I don't think like that. What kind of thinking is that?
I mean, you
Well,
gonna pay.
you want a few then.
You have to pay, like, if you just like a super grinder and like I used to be like that, you know what I'm saying? Like every little asset, every little dollar counts, because over the course of a year, the rake, tips, all that shit adds up, you know?
Yeah.
So, but if you just, man, nobody cares, bro. Like, for real, at the end of the day, that shows you, like, Poker
just
House
said
is saying we have free. You don't have to pay anything. You can just come in, buy in, keep all your money if you win.
Yeah.
You ain't got to pay no hourly. We ain't taking nothing out the pot. And they still not going.
Yeah,
that
'cause
lets you know they don't care.
What's some of the funniest situations are at the table when you sit there and you watch people play these big, super humongous pots. You know, $3,000, $2,000, and the dude comes around and say, "Hey, you're out of time. I just paid my time, and you got to give up this $24." They be crying about that $20, $40,
Yeah.
and they just paying pots for $2,000, $3,000. It just.
But they'll go to another game and play a $3,000 pot. Or take 200 out of it. They won't even notice.
Yeah.
They won't say a
Won't say
word.
nothing.
Oh, they'll notice and they be like, "Dang, y'all took two." They be staying like, "Dang, they took $200." Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Keep playing. Like,
Let's
man,
keep on
come on,
playing.
bro.
Keep it moving.
Like, nobody cares about that, bro. Like, seriously. I think people just use it because they know, like, people just use it as a weapon, but nobody really cares, because if anybody cared, the Poker House would have all the PLO would be playing at the Poker House right now.
Absolutely.
All of it.
I think
in Dallas.
eventually it's gonna get there. I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think even in the month of November, I think they're gonna do another free.
I thought that's what I heard.
Keep doing it free. Keep doing it free. They'll come. They gotta come. I mean, how could you not? Like, why would you go to Texas Card House and pay $13 an hour and play with those people over there when they playing for free at the other place?
It's
You know what I'm
just
saying? Like,
for free. They basically, if you play every day, they basically giving you a check for $2,000 to $3,000 a month, because that's how much you pay in fees. So you're basically getting a check for $2,000 to $3,000 a month. That's free money you can be playing on the field. If you're wanting to play for free, I think that's or PLO or Congress, that would be the avenue that I would take, especially if you're a grinder. That's just common sense.
but you know what that says?
Action.
It's
They want
only-
action.
The only important thing about all this poker shit is the action. If you
Action,
ain't got
baby.
the action, nothing else matters. Your poker room could look good. You can have the best chef, the best waitresses, all that. If you don't have the action, it don't matter.
Yeah, you got to have the action.
The
man.
action is the number one thing. That's why I think the Poker House should invest money into the action.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would do if I had, like, I ain't giving out no promos. I ain't giving out no bonuses. I'm going to give that money to some people that's going to put some action.
So do you think, well, okay, well then, when, if we're talking about that, if there were some other rooms that were going to open, how would they be able to conquer some of the people? How would they be able
What
to
I would
pursue
do,
some of the people over
I
there?
would go around. If I'm opening a room in Dallas, I go around and all the action players, I'm giving them money to play. I'm giving them something. I'm finding all the action players and I'm breaking them off.
But I think, but then I think some people are just accustomed to routines and they're not going to change.
That too,
It's just,
yeah.
Hey, this was here
That's
first.
part of
This
it
is kind
too.
of what I'm going to do.
But when
what
that
I know
action,
about.
but when that action come, you got to change the routine. Action bring people. Man, people risk their lives for action.
How come-
They going to Oak Cliff to play poker.
Yeah, man. Y'all not gonna sit here and do KJ and Black like that, man.
That's a great game.
Shout out
but
KJ Black. They
shout out to
like the
KJ Black. That's the best game in
It's the
Dallas,
best game in
in
Dallas.
my opinion. But hey, people risking their lives to go play. I'm telling you, people you would never think that would go down there. They going down there for the action, bro. The action.
Hey, man, be careful.
And that's all you getting in there is action.
Be careful. That's all I'm going to say.
You getting the
Be careful.
damn,
Scared to come outside.
Nah, it ain't even like that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you're not from that element, you would think it's like that, even though it's not. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not. Like we know it's not. But if you ain't never been down there and you go down there, you be like, oh. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't from, you know what I'm saying? But they come back. They like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
man,
Like,
it's
hey,
good, it's
I didn't die
good.
the first time, so
Absolutely. Hey, I was gonna
I
ask,
thought you meant like firefighters and policemen. I thought that's what you meant. This fool said it. People putting their lives on line for the action.
for real.
Might get a gun put on you, but it's gonna be some $5,000 pots.
Hey, that's what matters, bro. That's what I'm telling you, dog.
Hey, I was going. Speaking of action, and it kind of goes in that direction. Man, how do you feel about when you go play poker or when you ride to play poker? Do you and somebody say, "Hey, you mind if I ride with you?" They want to play too. Do you like somebody coming with you to go play poker, or do you?
It depends. Like Sambo, he ride with me to Oak Cliff, so
Or
it's,
would you ride with somebody else that's going to play poker?
no,
we spend the
I
night.
won't ride. I won't ride. No.
Why is that?
Most times, sometimes I will. It just depends. Most times I will not ride because
You
when
gonna
I'm
be ready
ready
to
to
go?
go, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, like,
So I
like
dictate when it's time to go.
yeah, like if you going to like Choctaw for a series or you going somewhere and you spend a couple nights, you just go to the pool. That's what they. But if you lose 2 hours and they in there for like 10 hours, I ain't trying to stay away. I could have been
Yeah.
home watching TV.
I'm one of them. Hey, let's both drive because
Yeah.
I don't like to be on time schedule. I
Yeah,
don't like to be
see,
on
I'm
time
like,
frame.
yeah, especially
So
when you go in the casino. Bro.
I don't want. Hey man, watch yourself. Hey man, yeah. If I'm going to the casino, I don't want nobody to tell me what time they need to be back. I want to just kind of be at the luxury of my own time. Because with poker, you can't really put no time frame on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I might be here till the sun come up.
Yeah.
I might be gone in the next hour. You know what I'm saying? Danielle be
I
trying to
used
win
to be like
$100, so
that.
Danielle be trying to go early, and he always sleepy. So that's one thing about Danielle. Danielle couldn't ride with me because he can only last about 2 hours.
I'm just gonna go to the car and sleep.
Yeah, I used to be like that. I used to be like the long hour, but I can't play no more than 6 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours at the most.
Yeah, yeah.
And I start playing bad and doing dumb shit once I
Yeah.
start get past 8 hours.
Yeah, no, I learned that back in college, man. We go to the club. After a while, you ready to go. They still doing it. They ready to go. You still doing it. Hey, man, we need both meet up there. Just meet me there in the parking lot. Take a couple shots, then we go inside.
Y'all walk in together.
Yeah,
like
we walk in together, but meet me
club.
there.
Y'all little club.
Yeah, because you had to back then. You had to wait in line 3 hours, 4 hours. You know what I'm saying, man? Just get us a spot in line.
Oh man, you going to the big clubs then back then, baby.
Yeah, it was back in Vegas, but
That's when you was linebacker though, so that's when you was popular MVP.
nah, that was before I started. You know what I'm saying? Once I started, psh, come on right in. You know what I'm saying? Come on right in.
Come on right on in.
Shoot right to the front of the line, baby.
Why y'all? Hey, what? And when we're speaking of action players and action, that's what I kind of stumbled upon. Why isn't 5-card high took over like I thought it would? With it being so, it's an action game. Once it gets started, when I see it at one of the poker, like at the Poker House had it the other day, and once they was able to establish the game ran for like, and I mean it just ran and ran and ran.
I can
and
tell
ran.
you
But why
Yeah, that
5-card
is weird.
high?
Ain't
People
five,
don't.
5-card high ain't took over because everybody like to shoot, but when you getting shot at, it ain't fun.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, it's crazy because like
you-
even the 4-card game, like the high players, the people that only like to play high, that hate high low,
Yeah.
they only want to play 4 cards. I was like, why y'all don't like the 5th card?
Yeah.
Like,
because
it's
that 5th card create too much action. So you in there, you make it 200-300, and then they make it to next thing you know it's a $5,000 pot, and that river come, and they hit something they weren't even going for. They trying to go for the nut flush off the flop and went runner straight.
Yeah, nobody's never ran like a just all 5-card high game. Because like even
Yeah.
y'all game, the high is only 4 cards.
Yeah,
I was like, why
yeah.
we can't just play 5? Like we playing 5, just
Well,
it's weird.
with that
With the round
particular
of
But
it,
the
yeah.
players don't want to play 5.
Yeah.
Like I was like, why y'all don't want to play 5 on high? But
because we kind of babysit them over there because like, well, we're gonna give you a 4-card on high so you know the difference between high, low, and high. Which I think part of the game is paying attention, but yeah, it still kind of boggles me that people always get like 5-card. It's so much action. I enjoy 5-card high a lot more than I do 4-card, but
Yeah, I do
you
too.
don't see it a lot. And I was just curious why it's not as popular or why it hasn't grown like I thought it would grow.
well, the grand opening tonight at Studio 72, all but one part of the game. We're gonna have Hold'em. Then we're gonna have a round of each of Hold'em and 4-card high. But then the Kings of Congress is back, and that's gonna be all 5-card. The 5-card extravaganza. You will not be getting 4 cards. Anything less than 5, unless it's 9 people at the table and it's a bomb pot. That's the only time. You know what I'm saying? So
Got a problem, son.
yeah, we doing the 5-card Saturdays. It's back.
Okay,
and
it's going down.
we got EJ and Courtney with the Hold'em. They doing the Hold'em game, so we're gonna have the Hold'em. So we're gonna have a full.
That's that Studio 72. That's that new.
yeah.
That's a new.
Hey, that's
New
enough.
room
Who the
tonight,
waitresses?
Man, why
Man,
you always
just come
want to
to-
break
That's
down?
the only thing that matters.
Hey,
That's
bro,
that's another topic that we were going to discuss
Oh,
about
yeah.
waitresses.
Yeah, we got about
That's-
10 minutes.
That's
man.
the only thing that matters.
We got about 10 minutes.
Who the waitresses?
Man, just come find out.
I don't know.
Said, what
who's
roach is
gonna
gonna be in the room? Yes, I need to know all this.
Just come through and find out and see for yourself.
Yeah, that's
That's the best way to learn.
Yeah, sound like I won't be there.
So we had
I'll be there.
a post on the Poker Cocktails. TJ, I think TJ pulling it
yeah.
up.
I
He
got
gonna
it
read
pulled
it.
up, so I'm gonna read this post out to everybody. And if you haven't seen it, and we can kind of dig into it and see tell you what we think and what we thought. So let me read it to you. Let me take off my glasses real quick. And it's gonna say we're gonna say anonymous.
That big 5-0. Let me take off my glasses real quick
Man,
so I can read it.
you in the middle looking like grandpa. Okay, it says to my beautiful, was it melanated
Melanin.
queens in here? Melanated queens in here. Nothing is wrong with you or how you look. You're all beautiful as AF.
As fuck.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you didn't know what it meant.
And hard working.
I agree with this message.
Just as every other girl in the group who gets
Right.
picked to work at games. Just had to say that from what I've been noticing in this group. But have a great Sunday, y'all. And then there was like 76 comments following that.
Yeah, it took a turn. Basically, what the girl was saying, she was shouting out to all the black waitresses.
Yeah, I'm saying, what's wrong? What's wrong with that?
Well, that's
Well,
what we're,
some
that's what we're
people took
digging into.
offense to it.
We're going to we're dissecting it, trying to say why some people were offended by it and why some people was like, that's not how it came across. But when I read it, I just read it her making a strong statement, but then I read the comments underneath it. It did kind of come across like,
Race baiting.
yeah, kind of a little bit of race baiting because it's like we're all. It's like you're looking over the black waitresses and picking other waitresses. So I guess
That's how I read. I heard. Shout out to all the melanated queens out there. Basically, shout out to the black girls. Sometimes you might work a game, sometimes you might not work a game or whatever. You're getting passed over, but don't worry about it. You're still beautiful. That's how I heard.
yeah, but that should be a statement for women across the board. To me, it's not just black women; it's all women.
She said you getting picked over because you're black. She's not saying everybody getting picked over. She's saying.
But I don't think that. I mean, that's not fair.
That's how I heard.
I
I
know
don't
what
know
I'm
if that's what
saying.
she said.
That's why it kind of stirred up so much controversy. And this is just me and my opinion, and we'll each get a chance to talk about this. Is that I think that's not true.
What's not?
That they're getting passed over.
Okay, well, think about the rooms and think about how many black waiters you said the rooms.
That has nothing to do with it. I pick when somebody waitresses at our room, it's either they've waitresses in the past. I have a relationship with them. I know them. There's not an opening. They're just it's so many different things that go into it than the color of their skin. With me,
Okay, I'm just sitting there saying that might be true, but if it happens 9 out of 10 times, they might not think that's true. And there's
mean-
nothing wrong with them thinking that way.
On the outside looking in, you go to games, and the only time you really see black waitresses is at the black games.
that's true.
But at the same time, it's not. I don't think that they passing. I think the game runners are picking the waitresses based on their player clientele, what their players like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put that before anything because they want their players to keep coming back to the game.
Or who they
So
come
a
around.
lot of times,
I mean,
So a lot of
Shaniqua
times-
might fight back. I don't
no,
know.
I'm just saying when you go to a game, you say you got what black waitresses you got working.
No, I
Did
ask,
anybody ask that question?
I don't ask that. I just say, what waist you got? You tell me.
Okay, but has that ever applied in your head? Like, man, they ain't got no black waitresses around. I mean, have you ever thought like that?
well, I don't go to me personally, I don't go to the game for waitresses. But if I did,
yeah.
I only like black women. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna want some black waitresses.
I got
so,
you. I get that.
So if a player, if all he mess with is Asian women, if all he mess with is white women, if he don't really mess with black, then he's gonna want to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's not being racist. It's just like what your players like.
I think this is kind of like new. The Poker Cocktail site is really kind of new and growing. So
Yeah.
before they had this site, I don't think there were a lot of black women that were in the
Right.
poker world, and they were waitresses. So when we established waitresses, and we have waitresses that's worked for long terms or long times that we already know, we kind of just go through our same little processes, calling the same ones. Hey, are you free? Can you do this? Can you do that? We haven't really opened up the doors. Like a couple of them asked me, could they waitress? And I'm like, yeah, you can waitress, but I can't fire nobody, so you
Right,
can waitress.
yeah.
Like,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have no problem with nobody. I like all women. If you like me back, I like you even more. But I would say, if I go to a room and there's 15 waitresses and there's no black, like damn, where the black are?
Yeah, it looks, and then you got like 6, 7 black players, and that's just like NFL. You got all these NFL players, 70% black, but you got 2 black head coaches, 3 black head coaches. You know what I'm saying? It look away. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
If there's 1,000, let's say there's 1,000 applicants and there's 10 black applicants, there's going to be a lot more
I'm not saying
of the other applicants because there's more that applied. So the
Yeah.
ratio is not going to ever look.
I don't.
right.
I
I
don't.
agree with
yeah,
you.
I don't think of it until I see like 15 women.
I've
in the
never,
room.
I've
Like,
never
wait a minute,
ever thought
what
of
the
it.
hell?
Actually.
all I'm saying is I could see how
Yeah,
that girl
Yeah.
who posted that message, I could see how she feels the way she feels. That's
No,
all I'm
I
saying.
mean-
It
Whether
could
right
be
or wrong,
not-
I'm just
but
saying
not
that,
whether
yeah.
right or wrong. I understand, and I also understand why the people in the comments got upset because they feel they.
Well,
they don't understand it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
the ones that really can speak on it are the ones that run games. And
Right.
Me or you are speaking on it alone is saying that I don't feel when I run a game I'm obligated. One thing I don't do, Danielle, and I'm just explaining to you. I don't think I got to have a white waitress, an Asian waitress.
I never
a black
said
waitress.
that.
Right.
I just have good waitresses.
Right,
for,
right.
for the most part, in underground.
No,
and
you
thi-
just
thi-
said
no,
said when you go to a room and there's a lot of waitresses, that comes
yeah.
across your head.
No, if it's 15 people, like if it's 15 people, I'm like damn, where the black? If I'm in a room,
No, I'm
and
saying, I've never thought like that. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't care if I was at a job. If it's 100 people there, and there's 2 black people, like damn, where the black people? At? That's just gonna come across my mind. Right or wrong, if it's 100 white people and there's 2 black people, like damn, where the black people? At? That's just
Is
gonna
that
come
what you say when you sit on the poker table?
No.
How many? If it's a poker table, it's probably 3 or 4 black people at the one
It
table.
might not be, but I think there's more Anglo-Saxons that play poker than black
Yeah,
people. So
but
you're
we
going to see more
definitely.
numbers.
I mean, we
That's-
already
that's my-
minority,
that's
but
my
we
point.
super
That's my point.
minority in poker.
That's my
So,
point.
Yeah.
So we already
But-
minority. That's another
Yeah.
thing. We already the minority.
And I'm not saying that, but in my mind, personally,
Well, we
I'm
trying to
probably
change your mind.
wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm
1000%
probably
he wrong.
1,000% wrong. But when it comes to waitressing, just in the back of my mind, and I'm probably 1,000% wrong. I'll admit that they probably putting the waitress in that they think they got a shot at, banging along the line
It's
as a room runner. In my mind, as a player.
that's part.
And I'm not,
I mean,
saying your room. I'm not saying your room. I'm just saying
Well,
it's,
that is-
it's
that is
100
part
rooms
of
out
it.
there.
That is part of
If
it.
you ran a room, would you think like that?
I don't think like that. But
You just brought up the fact.
Now I have heard some of these rooms. Some of these rooms, I ain't gonna throw out no names, but I'm gonna throw out a county in Dallas. So you want to work for me?
You got to pay.
You better
a fee.
be on your knees.
So what you saying? So what you saying? Are you saying that the non-black waitresses are easier
I
to
didn't.
do
No,
that?
don't have them hit
That's
on
what
my
it
line.
sounds like you
Don't have them hit
said.
on my line. Don't have them hit on my
You
line.
say stuff without saying it.
I'm saying I ain't saying black or white. I'm just saying if some women there, it might be down a lot because the guy wants to or is trying to.
But I think you can have that same thinking process in any career field. If somebody with authority,
Absolutely. When I got hired at Caesar's Palace, they hired us. They brought us in for a group meeting before we all went to our designation jobs. We was Caesar's Palace, Harris Palace. The man said, "Who in here is a waitress at Caesar's Palace?" There was like 5 of them raised their hand. Then he went to the director. He said, "Oh, you still married?" And everybody bust out laughing. And a month later, I seen him on the news getting fired because he was sexually harassing women, sleeping with them to get the best shift. So you can do it at any job.
Cash and cash. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do it at any job.
I mean,
But I'm saying that's another
everybody.
reason.
Like with that post, I get everybody's side, even the people that was in. Now, some of the people that was in there, they went kind of too far.
Yeah.
You know, like named. I can't remember. No, it was another post. We can get into that another episode, but the name calling it was a healthy discussion for the most part in there, and I understood.
But I don't
where
think she said
everybody
that.
was
Okay,
coming
but,
from.
okay, with her posting that, does that hurt her or does that help her?
I think it hurts her.
Yeah, I don't
I
think,
think it hurts her. You know what I'm saying?
the way it
I-
sounds, just sound like Black Lives Matter.
like
Yeah,
I didn't mind the post.
Uh-huh.
Like she could come work my game, but I think it hurts her with other games.
yeah.
I think she probably did it because she wasn't getting the job no way. So she probably wasn't getting like hired as much as she wanted to anyway. So like, bam. Shout out to all the black queens out there.
I actually had
Melanie
never seen her post on her before, so I mean that's the first time I've seen her post.
Yeah, I seen her post
and
on there.
I mean, I know her and everything, and she's a very sweet, nice girl. But just I never. That's the first time.
You gonna let her work your game?
If he
That's
ever
the
spot,
that's
like
the
I
thing,
said,
Danielle. That's the thing. We can't just. It's not just like. It's not. No, I'm being honest with you. If there's an opening, we have a. I can't just say, hey, now we got 25 girls. I can't just put
Yeah,
a
you
girl in
can't
and put a
have-
girl in just to work the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and it's a hard position to be in, and it's a tough position to be in because especially if you work with somebody else, you got to say, well, they got a girl coming, they got this
Yeah,
girl coming.
that
so
gets
now I gotta,
crazy.
so now, okay,
Sambo just
I can't
pulled-
bring somebody
have
up.
Sambo would have 5 girls pulling up. They all
Ain't
trying
talk to
work.
nobody.
Ain't talk to nobody.
Okay.
and everybody won't leave early too. Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying because I have been at rooms where it's like 8 girls, like it's legitimately 8 girls, and ain't nobody open. Everybody cuffed up. 2 tables,
that
3 tables,
happens. Yeah,
everybody
I
cuffed.
mean,
Like,
that happens. That
like,
happens because people get massaged. I mean, it happens.
like, can I get somebody give me a Dr. Pepper?
I mean, but that's a good game for the waitress because that means.
And there's been that games that
mean,
you've been
got
at
8
that,
good
that
waitresses.
you ain't even playing, and you getting massages.
Right.
Yeah.
My
Like,
game,
and that's why they cuffed up.
sound like you
Yeah.
need another waitress.
But you don't want to have like too many waitresses because then they all like.
Somebody ain't working no way. They just there to hang out, find a new man.
Okay, then that kind of goes with right back to that statement. Then sometimes when we pick waitresses after that first time you work for us, and we see how your work ethic, then you might be eliminated from future jobs. You don't never know. So just because,
It's cuffing season. Someone try to.
so a lot of and it can go with any color. With any race, hey, if you don't do a good job, you don't do a good job.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna-
that's
we might not want you
the
back.
main thing.
Yeah.
No matter what color you are, you got to do a good job at what you're doing. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? You can't just be like, "Oh, I'm black, I'm here," and go fall asleep on the couch after 2 hours.
hey,
you know,
yeah,
can't
yeah,
do that.
yeah, hey, get your
Cannot
feet
do
kicked
that.
up, baby.
You know, cannot do that. But I mean, that whole culture of waitressing in the poker world. That's a whole nother subject. We could do a whole series
No
on that
kidding,
shit.
We
man.
should do. We
Like,
should do a
It's growing
series
and
on that.
growing, man. I see posts. I don't even know. Look, is they catfishing nowadays, or what's going on some of them posts they put on
it's
Poker Cocktail?
crazy, bro. It's
I
like-
click on their picture because I kind of want to just see their profile.
Yeah.
But 2 pictures. I'm like, man, is this a real person?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
might not get contacted back because we don't even know if you're a real person. You just got 2
Yeah.
random photos
And
up
then
there
it's a
talking about you
lot
can
of
work.
it's a lot of girls looking for work. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't. I think it's more girls looking for work in the games, and it just ain't that many games. Like you can only have, like my game, I can't have more than. I really don't need more than 2. I carry 3 just in case 2 of them both of them do a massage. I like okay.
Any young Poker Cocktail waitress out there looking for a job or employment, please contact Danielle. Danielle will take
Hey,
massages off the field
Hey,
and
I
take
tell y'all what
massages
y'all do.
on the weekend.
This what y'all waitresses do. When y'all at these games, start a game. That's what y'all do. If you can't be like Jay-Z. When they couldn't get a record deal, they started their own. So if you can't get no work, start your own
That'd
game.
be nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Girls
Do
girls
that.
running the game and all waitresses, all
Hey,
girl staff. That'd
do
be
it.
all right.
Hey, whatever.
To
I'll
Molly
come
game
put-
take over.
Hey,
Whatever.
man, doggy
Hey,
dog
it's
world.
enough money out here for everybody.
Survive in
Waitresses,
the city
start
of-
y'all a game, man.
city of
I'll
dope.
come play. You know what I'm saying? Put me in.
For real.
Put me in. I'll be a horse. That's what's up. But sure, hey, it's 12:30, baby. We got to get up out of here.
Time to wrap it up. Next time you see us, we're gonna be at the Poker House. That's where
Back at the
that's
Poker
where the home
House.
gonna be. So we be podcasting from there from now on. Now we're gonna be more interactive too. So some of y'all
Yeah.
who got questions and want to type in and ask us some stuff, we'll engage you a lot more.
Yeah, we gonna work on that. And for the audio listeners, I'm working on getting episode 42 up, but you can go on Facebook and watch it. But I'm gonna work on, so when you go on our audio page on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you'll see that it goes from episode 41 to episode 43, but we will get episode 42 up as soon as possible. Go subscribe to Apple. Go to Apple, subscribe, podcast, Spotify.
Runner Flush Boys on YouTube. Runner Flush Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook.
RR Flush Podcast on Instagram.
Instagram. Go subscribe. Keep supporting. We about to put some money into this thing, man. So we about to try to grow this thing to new heights. Like I say, we commercial, you know what I'm saying? We commercial, we corporate now.
You're here now, baby. Find me on the felt with my lucky hat on, baby.
Yeah. Where y'all go? Hey, Studio 72 tonight.
I'm gonna come check it out. I gotta see what's going
Grand
on.
opening. We might not close. We might run into Monday's game. That's what we're gonna shoot for.
And y'all keep taking a look at that YouTube page. We're gonna be having some 15-minute segments, kind of like
we need
real
to
life.
talk. Yeah, we
kind of
about
what's
to do
going on.
we about to do the Run Flush vlogs. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna get to follow us and see what's going on. It's gonna be not just all serious. It's gonna be funny. You're gonna be laughing. It's entertaining.
Yeah, we're gonna introduce the world to some of the characters of Dallas Underground Poker. That's what's up. Episode 43 in the books. Holla back.
Out.